How's it going, guys? It's your girl DJ, and you're back trading with DJ. So today, for all the people who has been requesting a binary options video, I hear you. I got you. So this video here is dedicated to you. So in my last video that I showed about binary options, I actually showed how to use the Bollinger Bands. I went over the Bollinger Bands. Now today I'm going to go over a different indicator that many people are very familiar with, but today I'm going to make it make sense for you, right? I'm going to add the Bollinger Bands plus another indicator. So make sure you watch the whole video so that you do not miss out, because if you blink, you're going to miss out on something valuable, and you do not want to do that, right? Because it's important. The information is very important. Remember, guys, you're gonna find a pair that works for you. For the people who have not been into who just got into binary options, literally another system to trade foreign exchange. You're trading on a smaller time. You're going in the market with a specific amount, and you're getting out of the market with a specific amount of money. So you know exactly what you're making, and you know exactly what you are risking. So like I said, I'm going to show you a different indicator besides the Bollinger Bands that works. It's always good to have indicators, whatever it is that works for you. I promise you, as long as it makes sense, stick to it. It's good to have confirmations, whether it's zones, whether it's indicators, whatever it is, you need confirmations in order to get out of the market with some bags. You see this move that just took place right here? I knew it was going to happen because I watched it happen, and I said, you know what, the market did this move before, it's gonna do it again, and it did. So this would have been a definite win for me if I would have won in this trade. So let's add the relative strength index. So here we have, the moment you add it on, it's gonna default to 70, 50, 30. You can leave it that way. So here's something I want you to notice here. Notice that the market is indeed on an uptrend, and I'm gonna add back the Bollinger Bands. Remember what I taught about the Bollinger Bands? As the candles are scraping against the blue line below the red line, we are selling. And the moment that it crosses the red line and goes above, the market shifted directions. That means it's going up. So now you are buying, right? So we see how the market came from shifting, dripping down to shifting directions and going above. So now the market is reversing, and it's going to continue on its uptrend. Remember, guys, what I said before, the market literally repeats itself. See what happened here, right? Not only do you have confirmation with the Bollinger Bands, you also have confirmation with the RSI. Here's the gist, guys. You see that middle gray line in the middle right here? So notice something here. You see right here where I'm pointing the mouse, when the market shifted over, and before it jumps up, notice that it touches the gray line, and then it jumped right up. Right here, it jumped right up. And then what did it do? It touched that blue line because it was overbought, and then it reversed, right? It reversed at the peak right here, touched that blue line again, and then it stayed against the blue line. Notice, as it's against the blue line, it's against the red line as well, right? And we don't trade in that area because it's consolidating. We do not trade while the candles are touching this red line right here. And as that continues to happen, we notice something. The moment the market jumps up, notice this. It sticks out above the blue line at the bottom at the RSI right here. And then it pulls right back down, and it goes below the blue line. And notice what happened here. The market continued to drop, right? It didn't do it massively, but it did it slowly. And then it came right here in this area here, and see what happened here? It touched that gray line again. Just like it touched here, it touched here again, and guess what it did? It jumped back up and went to that blue line. And guess what it did after it went to the blue line? It reached its peak. It was overbought. Now it reversed. Notice the drop, right? It dropped, and then guess what it did again? Touched that gray line, and here's what happened. Here's the move that I said I already know what's going to happen. It jumped up, right? As it jumped up, it stayed close to the red line. As you can see, that neon line is touching the gray line down here with the RSI. So I'm going back and forth, hoping that you can see the transition from the Bollinger Band to the RSI, which it makes so much sense. Like, I got my confirmation. It didn't take me longer than 2 seconds to notice it. I said, ooh, okay, boom, okay. That makes a lot of sense. And then went in, boom, and bought, which means I won that. And what happens here, guess what? You see this area here, how it dropped below the gray line, but it's still touching that red line. So we're going to leave it alone because we do not trade in that area. We don't trade in consolidation. So what we're waiting for to happen is once this candle is done forming, then we can figure out, okay, the market is on an uptrend. Remember that, right? So we're not looking to sell anytime soon, because as we zoom out, we can see there's a W that is sort of forming from the gray line. As you can see, what did I say? The market is on an uptrend. So you see how that green candle just shot right out? Yes. So from that gray line, it shot above, which means now it's going to go towards this blue line, which means it's going to create a new high. And once it creates that new high, it's going to be overbought. And once it's overbought, you already know what that means. We are going to sell, right? Overbought, we sell. Oversold, we buy, right? So that's what we're going to wait for, and we're going to see that move happens. This is the Bollinger Bands times the RSI. Very, very, very helpful and very easy to understand. The market is on an uptrend. It is the euro pair versus the Japanese yen. Look at this, right? Beautiful. Look at this jump. If you went in there, you got your confirmation, you would have definitely closed out your trade with profits, right? Even though it pulled back down, but within that, it stayed up there for a little while, and then it pulled back down, right? But it shot up. You can see that it's scraping against that blue line, which means it's going to continue to rise up, even though it pulls back. And a pullback just means the market is going one direction and it pulls back the other direction, right? So that's what a pullback really means. I just explained to you a different way to trade binary options with two indicators, the Bollinger Bands times the RSI. Very, very, very helpful. It's super helpful, right? As you can see, it made sense, right? We had the confirmation right there. And now that it's still touching that red line, we would stay away from it and let it do its thing. Then we would enter in position ourselves to get inside of a trade and get out with profits, right? I'm telling you, once you have a confirmation, once you have your strategy and it makes sense to you, all you need is to just take it and continue to use it. It doesn't matter what everybody else does. I promise you that. Whatever makes sense to you, use that and make money with it, right? That's what I did, and that's what the majority of traders do. So just take the advice, stick to that. It makes sense. If it makes sense, it makes money. Again, make sure you're liking and sharing this post. Watch my videos, turn my post notifications on, because I'm going to continue to drop some sauce for y'all. Look at this jump. Look at this jump, right? I could be profiting from this. It will be crazy, but the market is 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. There's no need to rush, right? But that's about it, guys. Have a great night. Make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you're interacting with my posts. Let me get some feedback. This was for my people who are trading binary options. Notice this. You see what happened here? Here, I'm gonna put a line right here, and you'll see. Like I said, the market is on an uptrend. So notice what happened here. It's gonna continue to go up, even though it pulls back. Remember what we said about the gray line, how it's gonna touch it, and once it touches it, if it goes away from it, it's going towards that blue line, which that blue line in this chart would be right here, which creates a new high, right? And you'll be able to see it, which is going to create a new high, and that's that blue line right here. It did it before. It's going to do it again. Have patience. Just know that it's going to go up and touch this line right here, right? Like I said, guys, this is Trading with DJ. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, and sharing this post and giving me some feedback. I hope you took away from this video. I definitely hope that it made sense for you. Have a great one, guys.